Before we came out, we were actually talking about barriers to being compassionate or connecting to others. And we were actually talking about how wonderful it is to have an animal, like a dog, because they never judge you, right? And that's really what we all want.
Yes.
Because I think that's one of our fears, is that when we intersect with another, we're going to be judged. And you have this animal that hesitantly embraces you. And in fact, we were also talking about enlightened people or people who it's wonderful to be around. Not that they're dogs, but they're, but what they do is, when you're with these people, you have this incredible sense they did just accept you for who you are with no judgment, no demands. You're just there at that moment, and I think that's...
Yes, the dog, of course, is a wonderful example.
We also talked about the GPS. The GPS doesn't judge you either, does it? Never raises its voice.
This is right. The GPS never tells you, why do you not listen to me? Why? How many times have I told you to turn this way?
So we're talking about writing a book, Dogs and GPS.
And the dog, of course, I don't know if you've heard the prayer, please God, make me into the person my dog thinks I am. Now the dog, of course, the secret is the dog doesn't think, it just experiences you. It has no labels towards you. It doesn't have the conceptual reality. It has the direct reality. So there's this enormous joy of life in the dog as expressed in the tail, the wagging tail, which is, and this is why many human beings love relating to animals, because they feel this unconditional acceptance. And you look into the eyes of a dog, and you can sense the dog's beingness unobstructed by mental stuff, that pure beingness. And by looking into the eyes of the dog and feeling the dog's beingness, actually you can sense your own beingness, and you feel, oh, it feels so good to look into the dog's eyes. And so the dog, I would say, this is what I call it, the dog is pre-thought, so it hasn't lost him or herself. I don't like to call the dog it. Like the dog hasn't lost him or herself in the mental realm yet. And when we go beyond that, like you mentioned, like people who don't have this egoic self anymore, they have a lot in common with the dog, but they have risen above thinking, and the dog is still below thinking. But both are more deeply connected with that beingness than we are. We humans, in our present, the way I see it, in our present evolutionary stage, are halfway between. The way I see it, in evolutionary terms, we are halfway between the animal and something greater than the human.